You're watching The Last Stand with Brian Custer.
That's right. It is The Last Stand. I'm Brian Custer. We bring you the biggest names in the sport. And joining me is one of the biggest when you talk about the welterweight division. In fact, he is the WBA welterweight champion of the world. Rolly Romero is back with us on The Last Stand. Champ, it's been a little bit. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm good. How you guys?
Good. Look, man, uh, last time we saw you in the ring, man, you had a dominating performance over Ryan Garcia. That was last May, New York City. Uh, all right. We want to know, when will Rolly Romero be back in the ring defending his title?
We do not know that yet. We do not know.
I'm sure you got an idea.
I don't know. I mean, there's talks of this and that and all that stuff, but I don't like to really talk about that stuff because for some reason, the only one that gets blamed for not making fights is me, even though I'm the one that. I mean, you don't get to where I'm at with 19 fights unless you actually fighting people. So
That's interesting you say that because, we had Bill Haney on The Last Stand just last week. Bill Haney said, I've been talking to Rolly Romero. I talked to his manager, Louis DeCubas. He says, we have an agreement to fight May 30th, whether it be New York, whether it be Vegas. But he says, Rolly Romero can't back out of this one because, and in his words, Debo is coming to town. Is that true?
But the contract was sent to them two days ago, and Bill kind of disappeared, went and grabbed milk. So
you
I mean, let's just say it like this, right? I don't really want to talk about Devin or any of that stuff because, like I said, the fight's not made. What is it to talk about? Like I said, nobody's ducking or dodging Devin Haney. Nobody cares about Devin Haney.
Now he says they've agreed. They've already
I've
signed
still
on this.
I don't see no paperwork.
Mm.
And then who was the one that pressed the fight? Me, right? Who's the one that said everything? Me, right? Okay. I'm telling you, if the contract's not signed, it's not signed. Do not believe the Haneys. They are very deceitful people.
Huh. I know you've had some back and forth with Devin on social media. Um, I remember seeing an interview where at one point you talked about Devin Haney, a boring fighter. You had no interest in fighting him. And then you did an interview where you said, "Look, I don't want to fight him because I don't want to get sued for 2 years after I knock him out. I don't want to waste my time." So tell me,
I might get sued after this interview.
why the change of heart? What changed your mind about? Okay, you know what? All right, I'll fight Devin Haney.
I mean, we had other fights lined up. Why would I waste my time with somebody that's gonna sue me after I knock him out if there was other fights to be lined up?
Hmm. But what is
But
drawing
no,
your
no, no,
interest
no.
back?
But John,
What's drawing your interest back to fighting Devin Haney if you're like, nah, I'm not interested in that.
I mean, there's a belt. I mean, what else would I care about? There's a belt.
Mm. Mm. Um, at one point, I know you had Conor Benn.
Yeah, it's crazy because Conor Benn was over there begging for the fight Thursday.
Yes.
Even though we were in complete talks and he knows it, and he begged me for the opportunity, all this stuff, right? Then he causes all that commotion and all that stuff, right? I didn't want to scare him, so I didn't push him back. I didn't do anything, right? And he got scared anyways.
Mm.
So that was the original. That was what originally was gonna happen on May 30th, but I mean, life happens. I mean, it happens. Boxing's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Right.
What'd you think when he took $15 million from Zuffa Boxing.
I don't believe this.
Regis Prograis.
I mean, do you think that? Let me ask you guys all something. Do you think Regis Prograis fight for no belt, no nothing on the line as a co-main event's worth $15 million?
That's a lot of money, man.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, from an economic standpoint, do you believe it's worth that? Or do you believe that that's even remotely possible? I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I mean, it just sounds like a very weird number for the opponent, and it just sounds like a really weird number. But I mean, that has nothing to do with me.
Why would he pivot? But why would he pivot from you? Because he had talked about, he called you out. Yo, you're next. He's got a belt. I'm going to take. Why do you think he would pivot and from you to then?
He wanted to play big tough guy. He just wants to play big tough guy. He's not serious. He knows that he's not on the world level, And and the thing is, he'd get exposed if he fought any single one of us at the top level.
Mm, mm. Um, i- if you and it seemed like Devin Haney can work this out. The one, the one thing we did discuss with Bill Haney, because he said you were on his Debo list, his top 10 Debo list.
But can you guys stop calling him Debo?
I'm not. That's his
No,
word. Those are his
no,
words.
no. Please stop calling him Debo.
Tell me why.
Because nobody's scared of him. Why would you be scared of somebody that has no power? When was his last knockout? Like Antonio Moran? Something like that?
I'm happy you read that because I did bring that up to Bill Haney,
But
and his response was, "Did you see how he stepped to Brian Norman?" He said everyone was saying Brian Norman was a big puncher at 147, and he was the bully.
he literally wouldn't stop hugging Brian Norman. Please stop doing that. For real, please stop doing it. It's disrespectful to just boxing in general.
Do you believe? And he again, he says one of the reasons why he wants this fight is to show.
Why haven't they signed a contract? It's been 2 days.
Now, from my understanding, he said they did. That it was on you now.
No. Who sent the contract? Me. They have not signed the contract yet.
Hmm.
Okay. Like I said, the Haneys are very deceitful people. They're filled with lies. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have I been known to be a liar in this sport?
Now, listen, I don't.
No. I'm asking. I'm asking you. Have I been known to be a liar in this sport?
No, I would say that that's never been a rap that people may say, but I think all fighters may hype some things up. No one's ever said you lied about anything. Never.
No, everyone in boxing knows I speak whatever the truth is in my heart. And like I said, if I know it hasn't been signed yet, it hasn't been signed yet. Why are we promoting a fight that's not even signed?
Mm. Have you even thought about how this fight would play out?
No, Devin Haney and Bill Haney suing me after he gets flatlined. Whoop-de-doo.
Mm.
So I lose in the favor of the judges, in the favor of the court judges.
So you believe there's no doubt you would stop Devin Haney if you guys get in the ring.
We shall see. Whatever God wants. If God wants this will happen. If God wants that, it will happen. Anything that God wants is going to happen.
And what do you want?
Whatever God wants.
Okay, got it.
I am completely submitted to the Lord my God, Jesus Christ. And if Jesus Christ wants me to be victorious, he will make me victorious. And if he doesn't want me to be victorious, I will not be victorious.
Okay,
It does not matter.
You got it.
None of that matters. You guys look at boxing as like this or that. Just enjoy the fight. Just watch. Enjoy everything. People want to do everything. People want to just speculate stuff.
Okay. So we had Ryan Garcia as well on the last stand. I asked him to respond to a statement that you had made where you said he had wasted months of your life
He did.
negotiating a rematch only to walk away to face Barrios. His response was, listen, that's just Rolly talking. He did the
No.
same to me. He said, when he went and
No.
fought
No.
someone else.
No. Listen to me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna explain to you what the deal was, right? So me and Ryan fought, and he had to rematch Haney no matter what, and then we had an automatic rematch clause after the Haney fight. He decided not to fight Haney for whatever reason, or they decided not to fight each other. That has nothing to do with me. That's why I kept helping them promote the rematch. I think Devin should get his fight because he was gonna get his fight. But for some reason, they decided not to take it, which made no sense to me at all. So now it was me and Ryan doing our rematch, and we had everything set up. We had even a side bet. We had the venue, we had everything set up, all the splits, all the purses, and everything. We even had we had a side bet for 5% of a pay-per-view split to the winner. And he decided not to do it the last moment. So do not put any lies on my name about anything. I speak the truth. I do not need to lie because I have nothing to lie about.
What do you think about it? And again, as he talked about when we had the conversation, he said, I didn't take the fight seriously. I was drinking. I didn't train.
He said he only trained 2 months for the fight, but he was getting ready for that Japanese dude, Ampo in Japan, right? And then he was getting ready to fight Pitbull, right? And then we signed the fight on January 20th. Okay. I don't know. We can do some basic math, but January 20th to May 2nd is how long? Is it 2 months? Is it 3 months? The dude was training. He was training. He could say whatever. He said his hand was broken, but wasn't there a video of him acting like he was me going to nah, hitting him with both hands? The dude sucks. He just sucks.
What did you think about
Stop promoting these false fighters.
what did you think about his performance against Barrios? And do you ever see you?
Barrios is clearly way, and when I mean way, if I'm big for 47, can you imagine how big Barrios is? Barrios passed out. I heard Barrios passed out 3 times making the weight. He had to dip himself in a hot tub for the last pound 3 different times for 1 pound.
Wow.
It was the same Ryan Garcia that fought me. It's just Ryan Garcia. I got Ryan Garcia's number no matter what happens. But I can't say that because then he won't fight me and then I will never get that belt.
You don't think he'll ever have a rematch with you again?
Who knows? If he has no other choice, he has to. But like I said, all these fighters, they all play big tough guy, but it ain't no fun when I got the gun now.
That's a really interesting because another guy, Manny Pacquiao, 4 months.
He's a
4
wasted.
months.
How many times did he call me out?
Yes, I was gonna say, and nearly
Wasted
agreed.
my time as well. Ryan wasted my time. Pacquiao wasted my time. Conor Benn wasted my time. There's another unnamed fighter that I'm not gonna say who, but wasted my time as well. Like I said, stop promoting these false fighters. I have no reason to lie.
Why do you believe Manny Pacquiao at the last for all of a sudden pivots and goes
He
to
wanted
Floyd?
more. He wanted more money because he can't sell anymore. You can say you can say whatever you want, but the thing is, it was weird with Manny because like I said, they're super adamant on making the fight, but they never wanted to do. And I'm like, bro, like we tried and tried and tried, and he still didn't want to do it. But then they go use my name and my likeness over and oh, Rolly, we're gonna fight Rolly, we're gonna fight Rolly, we're gonna fight. I'm like, and me, honestly, I didn't want to fight Pacquiao. I didn't want to fight him. I didn't care for the fight. We had the two options. We had Ryan or we had Pacquiao. I wanted to go fight Ryan because Pacquiao, the problem with Pacquiao is I was never going to get my credit. There was nothing in it for me. If I would have knocked out Pacquiao, would they have put me in the Hall of Fame?
It's a hell of a name to put on your
Or,
list.
but it doesn't matter. They would have made some whatever reason to say, "Oh well, you don't you shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame or whatever." There was nothing. Like I said, they all play big tough guy until it's time to put a pen to the paper.
Mm. I saw that you talked about one of the things too. You said, "Hey, look, Manny Pacquiao went for a bigger payday. The man is broke." You really think all of those fights, all of those millions upon millions of dollars that Manny Pacquiao is financially hurting?
Why else is he fighting? Like I said, but I don't want to talk about the dude.
Mm.
He wasted my time. They literally wasted my time as well. All of them wasted my time.
By the way, give me your thoughts. What do you think? Manny and Floyd, too. Is it a fight you're interested in? Does it interest
Floyd,
you at all?
Floyd wins. And I mean, whatever happens, happens. It's meant to be. Whoever God wants to win is going to win. But like, I mean, what would be the difference than the first fight? Was there really anything different that Pacquiao could have did?
Now, Manny will say, "Hey, look, my shoulder was messed up. I had surgery right after that fight."
Yeah, Ryan said his hand was messed up with me. They all say whatever when.
That's true. It's a good point. No, that's a good point. I hear what you say.
If you, I'm gonna explain to you about the whole Manny Pacquiao shoulder thing. When your shoulder is torn, right? Let me explain something to you real quick.
Mhm.
When your shoulder is torn, after you cannot lift your hands above your head. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, and he lifted his hands above his head after the fight, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Was his shoulder torn? No.
Uh,
Anyone can go over there and take a picture like they had surgery or whatever.
mm. Um, if that's the case, and this is a professional fight, he's coming back. There've been a number of, obviously lawsuits that's filed. Do you believe what people were writing and saying that Floyd then is financially, after all that money he's made, that's the reason why he's fighting and coming back professionally now?
I mean, bro, there's a lot of stuff going on with that stuff, but like I said, I can't really tell because I truly don't even know.
Mm,
I don't know. Floyd is a man of many, many surprises.
mhm.
So
Are you still under Mayweather Promotions?
no, 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 I'm not under Mayweather Promotions, but I mean, dude, everything Floyd has done for me, man, I appreciate everything that Floyd has done for me. Every little thing that he's done for me, and in reality, Floyd done saved me when I was homeless, and he doesn't even realize it. He truly doesn't even realize it was July 31st, but in reality, it was August 1st, and August 1st, 2017, and yeah, he saved my life. And then, in reality, the reason I got closer to God again, he had a big impact on that as well, and he doesn't even realize it.
Mm,
So, may God bless Floyd always.
that's good. I like that. You have a mandatory guy named Chakram Garcia who's unbeaten. He's been the WBA. mandatory for nearly 3 years. He told the World Boxing News, quote, talking about you, Rolly. He said, he hasn't agreed to our fight yet. I think it's just a matter of time, though, because I know I'm ready to fight him, but he's not. I hope he finally accepts the fight with me and stops acting cowardly. Your response to Shakram Garcia.
I mean, was bigger, unification or dealing with some dude I never heard of?
So if
By the way, you've never heard of him either because you hadn't even said his name. It's Geosolve.
yeah, so yes, so
Bro, okay. He,
so
he's the one that gave away his title shot against Boots. He gave it away for some step aside money. Did he not? Okay. I don't know. I want to go for unification. I want to unify. So what's bigger? And on top of that too, I didn't do anything because we had an automatic rematch clause with Ryan anyways. So he has nothing to do with this.
and this is just my opinion. I've always wanted to ask you this, Rolly. I feel like after the Barroso and the Pit Bull fight, it felt like a number of fighters were like, man, I want to fight Rolly Romero. I want to fight Rolly Romero. And then after you beat Ryan, not so much. Nobody was like calling you out, so to speak, like they were before. Why do you think that? Why is that?
I'll tell you something, right? And God done revealed it to me. It was on December 27th of 2023. I didn't fight people till March 30th. Right. And I God revealed it to me 2 years later. So even on then, right? God revealed it to me January 11th of 2026. Right. So just recently. But I, I was taking cyanide that was poisoning my body. On top of that too, I should not have been at those weight classes anymore. I could not make the weight, and it's clear. It's clear. I did not look like nobody says Valenzuela punches harder than Rolly Romero. Nobody says he's a better boxer than Rolly Romero. Nobody says he's more explosive or better defensively or whatever. Better feet, anything. But how was he able to beat Pitbull really with no effort? Nobody says that, right? Like I said, clearly, and you could just tell, even by the way I walked through, I looked like I was completely off. Am I right? Sometimes it's not your day, but I will tell you like this. Just as it happened on Easter, because Easter was the very next day, God done crucified me. And then I was reborn again. So that's how I feel. It was necessary. My old self had to die so I can grow and become the man I was meant to become.
And you say you were taking cyanide. What, ooh, like
I will, I
poison?
poison. I will go into that in another interview.
It was something you were eating, or
It was it was poison. But regardless, and I took it for 2 years. From December 27th of 2023. The irony of that day too. You wanna know the crazy irony of that day?
okay.
That was the day that I decided I was gonna grow closer to God, and that very next week I started reading the Bible. And the day that I got released out of my prison was the day that I truly gave my whole life to God. Where I realized truly what it meant to be a Christian. And how much Jesus truly loves me, how he loves you, and how he loves everyone watching this. And he sacrificed himself for us. just because we are imperfect and we are broken, but he loves us because we are broken.
Mhm.
That's the truth.
How do you believe this has helped you? Obviously, when you go through something like this personally, it makes you a better person. How do you think it has made you a better fighter?
I came to realization and I pinpointed all my successes in my career and all my failures. Every single date, every single fight, every bad day I had in sparring, it all comes down to where I was with God. My life, my career, everything is revolved around where I was with Christ. When I strayed away, Christ, I my life would became a failure. When I grew closer, God's been so fruitful. I cannot even comprehend. And I can pinpoint that to every moment of my career and every moment of my life. Jesus has done a special thing in my life. I really can't even explain. I could tell you every testimony, every single moment, but we'll be here for hours and hours and hours because of how beautiful God's been to my life.
Have you passed any of this good knowledge on to like some of your fellow fighters at all? Who
Yeah,
maybe
right.
you're struggling through with some stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a bunch of fighters right now. Right now I got a bunch of fighters that we're all doing an online Bible study right now. Well, and we're all doing Bible study on Zoom every Sunday at 2 p.m. And we got some dudes. I'm hearing Keyshawn Davis wants to join it, so I mean, he's been telling me. So
That's fantastic. I like that.
yeah, I've been helping a lot of fighters just grow closer to Christ, and it's been beautiful, And I know, especially a lot of people around me. I mean, I completely changed. Like, look at what was today. Boom, 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 boom. It's been 39 weeks since, I mean, I've been with a woman, which is, which is kind of hard for somebody of my status, right? I don't curse anymore. I mean, I've done a whole interview now, I'm not cursed, right?
That's true. That's true.
Bro,
I give it
the
to
the Holy Spirit done really changed my life, and it's the truth. But I had to let Christ come into my heart and truly, and honestly, going through everything that I had went through in those 2 years I was telling you with the poison, it's I'll be honest with you, I cried in those 2 years over 200 times.
wow.
Every single day I'd break down and I'd freak out. I just I don't know I had no control. It was that day a valve was open on my like the valve to my emotions were open up and I couldn't close it anymore.
Yeah.
In my whole body, I could not control my thoughts. I couldn't control anything. And it's crazy because that was the exact day. That was the exact day, and I know it was the exact day because something else significant happened to me that day, and that's the reason I decided to follow Christ. It's incredible, and the person who told me that about the poison in my life was actually Christ. In a moment of honestly my most vulnerable and shameful moment I've ever experienced in my life.
Hmm.
And I heard his voice and he released me out of my prison when I truly surrendered.
I think, obviously people who are hearing this and seeing this can learn a lot from your testimony. And I go back to one thing when we saw each other, I think it was last year in Miami. I think some people probably be surprised because it was you, it was me, and it was Gervonta. And you guys were like, "Hey, how you doing? How's da 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 da? Hey, I'm in Miami. Let's get together. Let's work out together. Let's blah 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 blah." And I'm curious, listening to you, have you ever like reached out to him and say, "Hey, man, I know what you're going through. I've had some similar, maybe not the same thing you're going through, but something somewhat similar," and kind of offered any advice or things of that nature?
I have so much love for Gervonta. It's unbelievable the amount of love I have for him. Everything that he's gone through, Gervonta is not a bad dude.
Right.
I know. I could see it in the soul. He's not somebody who will sit down and plot on you. He's a person who you can tell he's just a reactive person.
Mm.
He has no hate and he has no true evil in his heart. I truly believe he's a good man. And I know he'll get through this all.
It appears that he and Pitbull are going to try. They're going to try to work it out and get these guys to fight. Probably it looks like this summer. So that would.
That'd be a great fight.
What do you think? How do you think it?
I will for sure be there.
What do you think about that one? Who do you think would have the obviously, Gervonta's obviously beaten him once with one hand because he hurt
Yeah,
his hand the
and
first time.
he did hurt his hand because trust me, I was the one that was supposed to fight him, and I knew about it.
Yeah. So how do you think the second go around will go?
Gervonta has a very high ring IQ. He has a high ring IQ. So we'll see. Let's see how Pitbull's not a big dude at 40 either. So it's like in reality, they're both 35 pounders, and maybe this extra weight might actually help Gervonta too.
Hmm. It's interesting.
Remember this? Gervonta was already champ at 40.
Right. That's true. Yep. Yes. That's a good point. Um, how long do you think you'll be at 147? Because you talk about being a big dude. You're a big guy. When you're in the ring, you're looking like, man, that is a big, strong 147 pounder. How long will you be there before you go to 154, which all of a sudden has become like one of the hottest divisions in the sport of boxing?
Who knows? How do I know I don't have? Who knows? I might retire boxing after my next fight, or after my fight after that, or after my fight after that. I don't make no plans. It's whatever God decides for my life.
Mm.
When God tells me it's time for me to get out of boxing, whether I have a belt or not, I'm leaving. There's nothing that is keeping me here in boxing other than the fact that I do want to be on the I do want to make it to the Hall of Fame. There's no financial intention of boxing or any of that other stuff. But at the end of it, I urge each and every one of you guys to first enjoy me while I'm here and learn from me as much as you can because I will not be here forever. And the day that I am gone, everyone will be like, what would Rolly say? What would Rolly do? Rolly wouldn't know what to say. Rolly wouldn't know what to do. Yes, you're all going to miss me.
I do agree with that. That part, absolutely, I agree with that. How many times you want to fight this year?
No, no, two.
Okay.
I think at this level, everyone wants to fight twice a year, but
Yeah.
I couldn't fight. I couldn't fight twice a year anyways, and more back to what I was saying earlier too. For some reason, all those fights, they all had the hots for me, but just kept getting pushed back because
Yeah.
God knew I shouldn't have been fighting. And now, truly, God, I'm telling you, God just kept pushing it back over and over and over again for the reason which I know the real reason now. But God does not make mistakes.
Why is the real reason? What is the real reason in your opinion?
I wasn't right.
Mm,
I w-
mm,
if I would have fought, I would have lost.
mm.
I'm telling you guys that sincerely from my heart. I was not right. And for some reason, I had all those mega fights, but none of them fell through.
Uh,
And I wasn't right. God does not make mistakes. I am his sign and he will protect me always.
Did you see, it just happened the other day, Clarissa Shields was on a podcast, and she was talking about fighting, and she said that, she could beat, Rolly Romero. She said, and I think the guy came back to her saying, "Oh my god, he's a power puncher." I mean, once he connects, and she said, "I'm I'm bigger than him, and bigger guys, bigger boxers are generally gonna win against smaller guys. So, I have better skills than him, better boxing skills than him, and I'm bigger than him." I'm just your thoughts when you saw that clip. What did you think when you saw that?
I believe her. I believe she can beat me. Yeah, she'll knock me out.
I think you're being facetious.
No, I'm being for.
Uh,
I don't hit women.
that's true. I understand that. No, I'm just did you shake your head or did you and did you say, why out of all the names did you pull your name out of the hat?
No, 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 no. I believe her. I truly believe she can beat me.
Uh,
Yeah.
Interesting. Give me your ultimate goal. Because you said you wanted to unify, but what is Rolly Romero's ultimate goal in this? I mean, do you want to be undisputed at a certain way? What's your ultimate goal? Because you've talked about Hall of Fame. What's your ultimate goal?
To see how many souls I can bring to Christ.
Mhm.
That's the only
In
goal
in
that
in the
but
sport of boxing, though.
in the sport of boxing as well.
Okay.
That's the only thing left for me. That's literally the only thing left for me in boxing.
But you said to get to you said the Hall of Fame, I want to
Yeah,
be
yeah, obviously, but what does the Hall of Fame glorify? Me. I want to glorify Christ. You understand? Why
yeah,
would I?
absolutely.
What so I can have another? So I can put it on and be like, I did this, I did that, I did this. I'm this person. I'm that. W- Am I supposed to idolize myself? Yeah, we have ambitions and everything. Yeah, it'd be great, but Christ would give it to me.
Uh, Are there are there fighters who you you really want to fight like this? Before I step away, as you've talked about from the sport, these are a couple of guys I want to share the ring with.
No, no.
Got it.
There's there's nobody I truly care to share the ring with. Nobody.
As we wrap this up, I just wanted to get some final thoughts from you. Uh, Ryan Garcia, because I know he'll see this. What is Rolly Romero's message to Ryan Garcia?
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. I mean,
Or I mean,
I
what am I supposed to say? I don't know. Why didn't you call me out? Yeah, I don't know. What am I supposed to say? I already beat him with no effort. Literally with zero effort, I beat him. And honestly, I didn't beat him. It was God that beat him.
was it easier than you thought? Because so many people said, "Man, he's explosive. The left hook. He's fast. He's." What was that victory? Did you surprise? Was it surprising to you when you finished? Like, this is.
No, I knew exactly how that fight was gonna play out. The exact outcome. I was, and you can ask. I looked off when I was in that car. I looked like I was like a little kid in a garden. And I sat right before I walked out, or right before they put me in that car, before they sent my whole team ahead. It was me, my photographer, which is my big brother Sean, and my little brother Joseph Brown, and my security EJ. And I sat down. I mean, I'm over there. I said, murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. I was actually injured. I had pulled my shoulder nasty in the back room when I was warming up, and you could watch all the videos of Ellie was in the back. You were recording the whole time. I was getting massaged. Who gets massaged before a fight? Have you ever heard about that? You don't do that.
Right.
You don't. Why was I getting massaged? I was injured. And God spoke to me, and I heard his audible voice. And God, I was like, murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. And God, I say always before every fight. And I say, God, I'm worried about my shoulder. Instantly, I hear his audible voice, and he says, you're not going to need it. I'm like, because, the first time I heard his voice since I was homeless, the day before Floyd saved my life, I was homeless. The first time I heard his voice was July 31st. But he had, he said, you're not going to need it. And I'm like, but I want to win. And then he says, you're going to win and you're not going to knock him out. I'm like, okay. No, he says, you're going to win. You're going to come out completely unharmed. I'm like, okay. Then he says, but you're not going to knock him out. At that moment, I'm like, they're promoting this stupid rematch. I have one arm. I'm going to outbox this dude with one arm. I'm not going to knock him out. They're going to give me a decision. I'm like, okay, God, I surrender myself. After this fight, I will live my life for you.
Interesting.
After that, it's crazy. The irony in everything is I give my thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Right after that, the very next day, I got put to the test. And I didn't lose. I suffered 3 deaths. I lost the 2 women I've loved most in my whole entire life. The very next day. And I suffered a 3rd death, which was myself. My former self had died. And that's when I truly started like really to follow Christ. He put me to the test. He said, he showed me. It's like, you said you're going to follow me, then you're going to follow me. He took away every distraction I had. I've been miserable. Now I'm better. I was miserable. I spent all that time healing. That is the truth.
Well, who were the 2 women, may I ask?
Yeah. My sister
Uh-huh.
and my girlfriend at the time.
Uh,
I love her so much. I love them both so much. But that's life.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that.
I lost them out of my life.
Uh, uh. Um, Conor Benn, I'm sure he'll see this. Give me Rolly Romero's message to Conor Benn when you.
I don't know. I don't know. He kind of looks like Cisco. Just say that. Yeah, you kind of look like Cisco. We're real fling shady. Please stand up. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
What do you want me to say, bro? He caused all that commotion, and did we fight?
I just, Manny Pacquiao. Who you say Manny Pacquiao?
I know it wasn't Manny Pacquiao who caused all these problems. It was his handlers. So may God bless your soul, always, champ.
It's good. Last but not least, you know who's going to be watching this one? Devin Haney, Bill Haney. What is Rolly Romero's message to the Haneys?
Wonder if Devin ever thought about how to reconstruct the surgery done to his face. His nostrils are way too big.
That's it?
That's all.
That's it?
What am I supposed to say?
Again, because I can only go by what Bill Haney said. He said Debo is coming for Rolly Romero.
Stop.
I'm telling you what the man told me to tell you.
Please stop
I'm just-
saying that.
I'm just-
The contract was sent. Okay?
Mhm.
The contract was sent. There's nothing I can do anymore. There's nothing to be said. There's literally nothing left.
Can you give us any insight? Because I'm sure we're going to get this fight. What kind of fight it will be?
We shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever God wants the fight to be.
Now, is it one of those things where you're going to look over and say, I want y'all to bring that same, I'm just going to say it because they said that same Debo energy in the ring that you keep talking about. I want that. Is that the kind of fight that you want?
Well, that'll happen. All he does is hug. Like, what do you want me to say?
Are you prepared for that? If that's the case, because
I don't like men touching me.
well, he's the master of the jab now. He is the master of that jab. He's got great movement. He's shown.
Okay, wait. Let's just do it like this, right?
Okay.
If Devin Haney got bodied by Ryan, who got bodied by me, Ryan bodied him with no effort, being drunk every single day. Literally. Ryan bodied him. And I bodied Ryan with no effort. Please, just stop. Just stop. It's so I can't even comprehend this stuff. I really can't.
Now they're going to say he tested positive for PEDs and came in what 3 pounds over the weight.
Well, if he was doing PEDs for real, he probably did get cross contaminated, because that stuff does happen. Because I'll tell you like this, he did not act like somebody that was on PEDs. If you're on PEDs, you wouldn't have been getting drunk every night. You would have been actually trying to win the fight. Ryan has Devin's number. If they fought 100 times, Ryan would knock him out 100 times. PEDs do not make it does not make your opponent not keep their hand up.
And I got the feeling you're trying to say if you step in the ring with him.
No, forget about me. Forget about me right now. Let's talk about this Ryan Devin conspiracy, right?
Mm-hmm.
PEDs will not make Devin Haney keep his hands down. It just, that does not happen. If he was really on PEDs, if that was his whole intention, I'm gonna be on steroids this whole fight, he would have actually took this fight serious, no? He got cross-contaminated, and it's clear as day he got cross-contaminated. To this day, he's still clueless of what happened. He doesn't even know. I'm tired of this whole PED situation with Ryan. Ryan's a lot better than every single one of you guys give him credit for.
But you don't like that he he said when it came to you, I just didn't take the fight seriously.
No. He did though. He did. Trust me. Trust me. I know. I know he did. He has an insider every single camp.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
He took the fight serious.
Hmm.
He took the fight serious with me. And how could you not? I beat you up twice in sparring with no effort. Wasn't even training. Oh, Rolly, you were too big. Bruh. What? Dude, you had just knocked out Blair Cobbs in sparring the week before. I was a 130-pounder at the time. The math ain't mathing. If somebody got your number down, somebody got your number down.
Have you ever sparred Devin at all? Have you guys ever?
Yeah, back in like 2014.
How'd that go?
Devin, over there doing, but I mean, I was green. I was completely green at the time. Remember, I started boxing at 17. I
Yeah,
started
you were
boxing.
older.
I started boxing in December of 2012.
Yeah, you were like almost 20 at that point, right?
Yeah, and on top of that too, I mean, I cracked them a few times, and and they switch out sparring, and it's like okay, whatever. So honestly, I've never spent more than 4 rounds straight in the ring with Devin.
Mm.
It gets real tough after 4 rounds, especially when you're in there with a puncher. Especially, what I mean, yeah, amateur and all that stuff, right? But whatever, none of that truly matters.
Tell me this: a fight with Devin, a win over Devin. What do you think that does for Rolly Romero's career?
It'll be cool. I have another belt. I probably won't be ranked on the pound for pound list because I mean, I'm Rolly, but nobody cares.
I like it. I like it. Listen, I think this fight, I hope it gets done. That would be one heck of a fight. I know one thing, both of you guys will have no problem selling the fight. That will not be a problem. So I hope it really gets done. And for the benefit of both of you guys, I, you know, you're it does nothing but enhances both of your careers. So that's why I think, and it's a fight that I think fight fans would really love. Would really love it. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. It's good to see this Rolly Romero too. Introspective, thoughtful. I like it. People used to, I think at the beginning, a couple of years ago, was, oh, he's the clown prince of boxing. You can't really, anything he says, you can't take seriously. I like that. I like this Rolly Romero. I mean, we all change, we all evolve, and I like it.
Eh, that's whatever.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Um, May 30th. If you were a bet man, you say you Devin May 30th. What's the percentage you put on it?
Gambling is money from Satan.
Yeah, but what's the percentage? I'm not saying gambling, just percentage. I'd say, yeah, it's probably
Gambling is money from Satan.
I got
Everyone that wins the lottery gets their life destroyed because it's money that you should not be having. You should get your blessings from God, not from some magical numbers or some magical slot machine or just getting lucky.
okay. Okay. Is there a percentage on how close this deal is?
Um, no, I can't really say because I mean the deal is either 0% or 100% because I
Yeah.
mean it's just take a pen and sign a contract.
Yeah.
There's no we gave him a favorable deal.
Mhm.
You can't say no other than you're just straight ducking. So like I said, I cannot even emphasize that enough. There's literally nothing left. There's literally nothing left.
Mm. Okay. Good stuff.
There's
This was
There's literally nothing left. It's like
Yeah.
either you sign the contract or not. Like,
I like it. My brother.
no, I'm being for real though.
No, I understand.
There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's either that or that. There's no. This one is literally as black as white, black and white as it gets.
I think what, from the Haney standpoint, they even acknowledged that. Even Devin acknowledged that. He said, "Hey, look, we got it. It's a fair offer. We're negotiating right now."
Negotiating what? What's what is there to negotiate? It's already that. They said it was a great offer and it was good. It was perfect.
Yeah. So it sounds that's what I'm saying. It sounds like the deal that we're gonna get the fight. It's just
We don't know that. I'm telling you, with boxing, you never know.
But and let me ask you this: have you signed your name on it?
Bruh, I's the one that sent the paper.
I understand that you can send paper, but not sign your name to it.
It's signed, bro.
Okay.
The fight's done.
Okay. There we well, it's
But that's
done.
what I'm saying, bro.
So we got the fight then.
We don't know that. The paper hasn't been signed.
Oh, you're saying the Haneys haven't signed it?
What are you trying? But I already told you this. Did I not say this?
But
I said this like at least 10 times in this interview.
But here's the thing: the Haney. I've talked to Bill Haney. Bill Haney said we signed. We good.
Okay, right, but I'm being straight up. It's already done. I'm being straight up. It's been done.
Okay.
Who's the one that sent it?
I understand you sent it.
Okay. It's done.
So they said they've already signed. They ready to go. It was either New York or Vegas. They want Vegas.
Once it's signed, it's signed. And if it's not, well then it's not. I don't promote fights that don't exist. Look at it like this. If I would have decided to sit down with Conor Benn, try to do that, right?
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao tried to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan tried to do that. They all try to promote fights that don't exist. Once the fights exist, we promote it. Otherwise, who looks like an idiot?
Okay. Got it. All right. Well, let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. I look forward to it. I look forward to being at that press conference.
I don't know. What is there to say?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, my brother. Listen, this is what we do here on The Last Stand, folks. We bring you the biggest names in the sport. At welterweight, Rolly Romero, the WBA champ, who's looking to unify. Rolly, appreciate it, my man. It's always good to see you. And I look forward to seeing you again really, really soon in a unification fight.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you again next week. That's right. I am Brian Custer. This is The Last Stand. We certainly appreciate your support, not only listening, watching the show. Make sure you go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell as well, because you don't want to miss the next episode of The Last Stand. You can also listen to the podcast. You can download it, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Podcast Addict, Deezer, or whatever platform you get your podcast on, you can hear The Last Stand. We certainly appreciate the support. Don't forget, download, share it with your friends, and just listen to The Last Stand.